God damn, why my head be doing that? You're like, damn. Now, right? Give me a second. The narrative that you see that's being built when it comes to the case with Carmelo Anthony and Austin, like how I look at it is like people can't people really be ignoring everything and to spin it in a way that you'll be like, no way. Yep. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this again, right? When it comes to what's supposed to be spoken as real and the narrative that people can try to like paint out about certain people is kind of brazy because it's like what happens, right, when someone doesn't interact with the next person. Thank you. Like, I'm gonna show you. Some people in this world, right? Let's just say you can say most people look at it like, let's say the popular pick. Um, if Carmelo, right, would have basically did what Austin wanted him to do, right, everything would have been good. But the thing about that is this, what you got to understand with communication. In a conversation, conversation, you can convert someone's mind into what you want them to do. Pay attention. When Austin says, you don't need to be here, right? He can say that. He can say that. But does Carmelo have to obey what he say? Does he? Can can I walk up to you and say, get out of here? And do you have to obey what I say? It's a simple question. It's a yes or no question. I know there's a lot of people they like to run around this stuff. It's no need on running around. It's on the table. Pay attention. If I'm your boss, right, and I tell you to do something and you don't do it, I get to fire you, don't I? Okay. So is that same type of mindset in other people? I'm your boss. I'm your boss. I own you. You need to move. No? Can I ask you a question? Can we flip it around a little bit? Yeah, can we, let's do this. Let's say we got a white kid, right? Let's say he's at a predominant college, black kids, right? And you got let's say like seven black kids sitting there, right? They underneath the same tent with this white kid. and they walk up to the white kid like, you ain't supposed to be here. Is that right? See, everybody want to stay stuck in a certain type of mindset. But when that mindset gets to start picking, then um everyone is starting to look at the picture a little bit different. Someone said not right at all. So hold on. Let me say. So are agreeing, no matter what color it is, no one is supposed to say to each other, see that one white kid sitting at that tent? Yeah, you see those 7 black kids? And those 7 black kids walk up to that white kid and say, here, get out of here. So if they're not supposed to do it, then they're not supposed to do it either. See, I know what people want to do. You want to go with the popular pick over what's on TV. But that popular pick puts the minds out of being accountable. Do you understand? That's what happens. So I'm not choosing sides here. If you look at my point of view, you understand I'm using both point of views and showing you like, yeah, you guys want to look at this a little bit more deeper than what it is. I'm not choosing this right here. That's not what I'm doing. Okay? What I'm choosing in front of you is this. Okay. If you're going to say it's this or this, right? If you're going to say it's this or this, let's play it on both sides. We have 7 black kids, predominantly black college. We have 1 white kid underneath the tents. 7 black kids walk up to him. We don't want you here. You're going to say they're wrong. Now, let's flip the roles. Are they wrong too? A lot of people get very quiet, right? I'm just showing you what's inside of you. Thank you. That's it. Case closed. No need to go any further. Why? Because it shows what's inside of everyone. You understand? I'm just showing you that, if you use both sides of the coin, it shows something a little bit more deeper. Okay? When you get to speaking about the truth, people going, I don't want to hear this. You're supposed to choose either this one or this one. And then you use those viewpoints in order to create confusion. You do what the program told you to do. So can I ask you a question? If I act with the program, is everything okay? If hold on, if I act inferior to you, it is real. Okay? So, to me, how I'm looking at it, it looked like if you don't obey a script, then this is what happened to you right here. Okay? So, to me, how I look at it is, it's a little bit more deeper than what people say. I know everybody want to go with the popular pick answer, but that's not the truth. It's not. Okay. So what I want to say about the whole case for me and what I see, um, can I ask you a question? You would say, I just want to show you something with characteristics. Okay. I just want to show you something. When you say, right, pay attention to what y'all said to us, what y'all supposedly taught us. Okay. You taught us in school, supposedly, we were supposedly so called slaves. Just pay attention to what I'm going to use, okay? Pay attention. Now, you would give us stories in U.S. history of hold on, angry mobs of certain people, okay? You would name those people to inform us of what those people are, okay? So I'm only going based on what you're showing me in U.S. history, okay? And you would say they would be in angry mobs and they would come over, do things to people and all type of stuff. So those characteristics are there because you're enlightening me in U.S. history. So let me ask you a question. Do those same characteristics are in people today? You said stop. You said slavery is over with. I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. But are the characteristics of people changing? That means that the minds are not changing. And if their minds are not changing, then it's the same world that we're in. Okay? So it's a little bit more deeper than what people say today. Because I just went to go do some research and I figured that the characteristics that were within these US books that you call slavery and these slave masters, the characteristics are still within these same people today as their future. Okay? That's how I'm looking at it, guys. What they say back in the day, you're not supposed to be here. And what they say today, you're not supposed to be here. Hmm. So your past, right? You're not supposed to be here. And your future children say, you're not supposed to be here. How y'all not the same? I'm using the technology of your minds in order to understand the alignments of your minds. Thank you. It's a chess move, baby. But thank you, bro. Thank you for that compliment so much. Thank you. Much obliged to you. That's a new word that I'm using. Much obliged. But that's something that I paid attention to. Now, I know people are going to say, and I'm not picking sides because there's different angles I could show you from Carmelo Anthony as well. But I'm paying attention to the narrative that's being spilled out. And then I'm doing further research. I'm not rambling. I'm just like, let me do some research myself. Let me type this up, look at the characteristics of these people. All right, let me look at the characteristics of people in modern day time frame. Let me see. Oh, shit. That's what I'm doing. That way, when I say something, you like, nah, bro, right. His angle right there is, and you doing research on that? Like, yeah. Let me show you the research I'm doing. Some of this I may view offline. Now, to confirm if this is still playing out, I go out in person. And listen to me, bro. I ain't expecting no white people to talk to me, bro. Hell no. I'm not expecting to do nothing. Whatever they doing is what they doing. But I have run into certain white people. And when I start to communicate with them, literally I can tell in their mind, it's like they're completely like whitewashed. As in, let me show you. If you have two people, right? One is living in an environment, another one is living in another environment, but they never come together and experience with each other to get to know each other. Can I ask you a question? If they see each other in public, do they have the knowing in order to interact with each other? No, they don't. If you say the knowing is, well, yes, they do, because everybody's on social media. The device that you pay for, You paid for that device, didn't you? The content that is being released is paid for too. Thank you. So a narrative and content can be bought, baby. Everybody don't do their content naturally. Some people are using AI to write a script, pay for it, and put that narrative in front of the whole world. And that narrative consumed the minds of all people. And that narrative controls the minds of all people. That's what just happened. You don't see every major news outlet has switched to a certain narrative. The narrative is actually bought and paid for in front of your very eyes. So how do you know that this is the truth? If everything is bought and paid for? Do you know people will bypass the truth if they can actually use money to manipulate it? You do know that, right? So everything that we're watching, do you think we're watching this stuff truthfully? If money is being involved? It's just as much as you sitting there watching the Spurs and Knicks game and you're enjoying yourself and you're like, yes, pay attention. I'm going to use both sides of the coin. Let's just say you're a Knicks fan, and I'll show you the biggest truth. Let's say you're a Knicks fan. Yes, we're going to win. Right. Let's say you're a Spurs fan. Yes, we're going to win. Excuse me. Last time I checked, when I watched the game, and then when it came to the end of supposedly the Knicks won, anyone can see that it was bought and paid for. Because let's just pay attention to the footage. Jalen Brunson said in front of the camera, I don't know how to feel. Pay attention. When you buy a win, are you going to know how you're going to feel? No, because your mind already know I already paid for the win, so I won. I don't need to go through a process to win if I already paid for it. I already basically wrote a script for all the players. They're going to follow that script, and then guess what? I'm going to win. So, would you have the emotions to express that win? No, you would not. And it would be on the truth of the camera because the truth of the camera caught it. And it caught a character saying, I don't know how to feel. Of course you don't know how to feel if you bought a win. You didn't go through a process. Your mind has to go through a mental process. That's like that's like a real player playing the basketball game and literally like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the NBA, this, set, and the third. Do you know what type of process you got to put in? Do you know what type of like how can I say? Do you know what type of emotions you're gonna go through? You're gonna go through a lot of emotions, bro. When you want to achieve something in life, you're gonna go through a lot of emotions, bro. Them emotions put you in a knowing of how you're gonna feel, right? When you reach that moment of that success, all them emotions you was going through, maybe even tears, whatever you had to go through, you was building all those emotions up. See, I'm gonna tell you something about this life though. What it proved though is that a lot of people are not emotionally connected to themselves in order to know what emotions are, bro. Because for someone to say on camera, I don't know how to feel, and you just won? How you don't how? Bro, every time I win something in life, bro, like my expressions come out naturally. It may be tears sometimes. It may be me just talking about it. It may be like, yes, I really did this. Like he had no emotions, bro. It looked like somebody stuck some onions underneath his eyes, bro, and said, "Get to crying." That's what it looked like, bro. It didn't look organic or real, bro. It looked scripted. And this is what I do want to say as well. When it comes to New York Knicks and it came to the San Antonio Spurs, I watched pretty much the whole playoffs, going all the way up into the game. I want to say that San Antonio as a whole, I know things are scripted here, But what I want to say for San Antonio as a whole, y'all are a hardworking team. I feel as though if the game of buying a win was never invented, Spurs would have had that. I'm gonna show you why. Major factors. The kid number one, Yama, the tallest one that's on there, play very well. Castle plays very well. Harper plays very well. Fox plays very well. He can work upon his game sometime, but he can play. A Vassal, all these they can play. So when I see that some of them can't score double digits in that last game, that I seen them score double digits in a previous game, I'm like, yeah, this is rigged. Yeah, this is crazy. Like this is no way. Like this is it's out of control. I'm trying to tell you, and people buy the win. I'm trying to tell you. It's just like even though I may be talking about that, it has everything to do with that case we just seen on television. I'm trying to tell you, baby, that shit was brazen. So I said, you know what's gonna happen next, right? What's gonna happen next is I'm trying to tell you, what's gonna happen next is they're gonna change the narrative. This is a test. They're gonna change the narrative. They're gonna say, you know what, switch the narrative. Switch it. Let's see what happens. No, watch this. Watch this. This is gonna show you something. It's gonna be at an all black kids to college, yeah? One little white kid, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna be sitting there watching. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Is they right? Now you go ahead and tell us that they're wrong. When you told us that they right. Now that exposed y'all playing the race cards. I didn't play the race cards. I only exposed the race cards. Thank you. That's it. I'm the exposer. I'm not the one that's like, I'm gonna play this or I'm gonna play this. No, I just want to see if you're gonna use that. Setups. Okay? It'll play out. Oh, it'll play out, baby. We just want to check. It's just a test. You know how the TV tell you it's just a test. It's just a test, baby. Everything getting tested out. Okay? He got 35. We want to see y'all get 35. Setups. Understand attack? Well, we're gonna set it up. It's gonna happen. Don't look at me like you're crazy. Like, yo, bro, said this and they actually play. What the fuck going on? Uh-uh. It's just a test, okay? You ain't gotta get spooked out about it, okay? It's just a test, baby. All right? Just testing out the game. Okay? Just seeing what can be played, okay? All right. That's it. Everybody be getting all spooked out and stuff. No, they getting spooked out for it. Huh? So, you got to know what's in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, you get 35 for doing what you. Okay, I get it. Let's see what happens when y'all do it. Oh, that kid was a kid. There was 7 black kids. I'm just acting and shit. So, yeah, everything's good, right? I'm trying to tell you, the narrative is going to get switched. Watch, the narrative is going to get switched, and it's going to be an all-black college kid. And it's going to be 7 kids. They're going to be black, and it's going to be one white kid. I need to say, get the fuck out. What's up? Yeah, can I ask you a question? Is those kids wrong? You're standing in an all black. Yeah, you're standing in an all black. Uh, We're just exposing that race card inside the technology of your minds today. Do you understand the tech? Okay? All right. Y'all like to use race. We just exposing the race, baby. I was out here doing in the race. TK, right? TK. Shout outs to TK and all the Rugrats. You didn't know what they're gonna know about that? Oh, I know about that. I know what they did to the kid. Some fucked up work what they do to kids. Yeah. The YM O'Malley case, he just shot them kids up, right? Okay. I noticed that every time this little image right here pop on, oh, it's wrong. Oh, notice that. Every time this image do something, I'm about to go over here and just get some information. What the fuck you doing? Like, I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Like, you're fucking crazy. That's why the aliens doing what they doing to y'all. Ah, then y'all be looking at me weird. No, 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 no. Quite funny that white people be saying. It be these alien things be taking my body to spaceship. Hmm. To answer your question, do y'all have the ability to shoot them up? Do y'all have the ability to tell them, get the fuck out of here? White people. I'm just asking a question. White people, do you have the ability to tell those, them alien things up there? Y'all got the ability to tell them, get the fuck out. You got the ability to do that? Ah. I done found some friends that they can't say get the fuck out. Yeah. Uh-huh. Huh? They don't like that type of stuff. They don't like that. They don't like the UFO motherfuckers. They don't like them, huh? I'm about to make friends with them motherfuckers. Damn right. I noticed that y'all can't just scoop their little asses off the block. Huh? I noticed that with white folks. Why white folks don't tell UFOs, get the fuck out, motherfucker? Huh? Why y'all don't tell them to get the fuck out? Ugh. Notice that? You ain't noticed that in the game, did you? I know you look at me like, bro, no fucking way. do they do alien discriminations? Who's asking a question? Hmm? I don't notice. I notice nobody in the comic section ain't telling aliens get the fuck out. But if I pop through this motherfucker, yeah, I'm just standing right here. Get the fuck out of here! Like, damn, I ain't even did shit. Fuck, I ain't even did. I ain't even did shit. What the fuck? I know aliens be looking at motherfuckers like, yeah, these motherfuckers crazy, man. Yeah, these some crazy. These human beings, like, yeah, these fucking humans is crazy. Oh hell no! You telling me what? What is this? Oh no! Mm, mm. Know what I'm saying? I noticed that with white folks. I'd be like, man, ask y'all a question. Y'all got any y'all white people, black people, y'all got any discrimination towards aliens? Uh the fuck going on in this bitch? uh, y'all notice that? Yeah, I noticed that. They ain't looking up, they ain't got no signs to the sky like get the fuck out. They ain't doing none of that, right? Why they not doing none of that to them? You notice they ain't chasing them down and nothing like that. They not trying to shoot at them and shit. I think I'm gonna start partnering up with them up there and shit. Yeah, cause they just say something about white folks. Y'all don't be talking shit about aliens and shit. Yeah, y'all don't be like, yeah, fuck aliens, this, that, that. Y'all don't be talking shit. I'm about to partner up with them. It seems like y'all afraid of them and shit. Yeah. There you go. Do that. There you go. Y'all don't like what's up in that sky. Thank you. Do y'all? Yeah. Hey, y'all need to come down here. Yeah, bring your asses down here. Yeah. Anybody see Independence Day? No way you about to go that way with it. What? Don't play with me. What that boy said in there? What's that boy name? Will Smither. Will Smither. A Smith. Mm. Oh, Will Smither. That boy funny as ever. I ain't even gonna lie. Listen, right here. Independence Day right here. Will Smith will tell you something if you're conscious. Yeah, you think it's a play. You think he's playing around and shit. Come over here. Let me show you this right here. What Will Smith said right here when the alien plane had crashed out right there. Because they were shooting at it and shit, right? So they was going to war with them and shit. Why was they going to war with them? What they did to us? Setups. You don't know nothing. You know why? Because they try to hide everything. Now, right here, right? The alien it had fell down right here. Then Will Smith, right? He get up on it. When he get up on it, why he say this? Why would he say this? He say, "Oh yeah, why you come down here with your dreadlocks and shit? Such and such, such and such." Why he say that? Oh, he just acting. We in BT program. He just acting. Like, okay. Why you come down here with your dreadlocks and shit? Okay. Well, I say this. This is what I say right here, okay? And I know a lot of people don't like this. I say this all the time. I said, if y'all pop up in this bitch, y'all know what's happening. Y'all know what's happening. Like, oh yeah, Trump this shit, blow all this shit up. Like, what's it? Yeah, blow all this shit up. Notice, everybody, everybody like, uh-huh. Everybody spooked out about it too. Yup. I told you. Motherfucker came back in the flesh. But yeah, my point of views of what I just said was impeccable. I used the angle that exposed race cards in people. I don't play the race card though. Yeah. I'm gonna say this. All I want to say is I want to see a scenario where you have a white kid, and 7 black kids inside the same tent, and I want to see if those black kids say to that white kid, "Get the fuck out of here." And I want to see if people gonna say, "That's right. They can say that." Because if it's not, then it exposed, oh, we begging y'all to accept us. That's what it's exposed. The 35 years don't mean shit. That shit don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. What does it mean? So I say, the game, boy.